Let's go over the 10 books that I'm submitting to CGC and this Invincible issue number 1 going express. Please leave a like if you've enjoyed the Invincible show so far while the intro plays. We are so close to the 1,000 subscriber giveaway contest, so if you'd like a chance to win this Darth Vader issue number 3 in a 9.8, the first appearance of Dr. Aphra, please be subscribed to my channel, comment and like on one of my videos. Good luck, everyone. How's it going, everyone? My name is Jordan and welcome to Basement Collectibles. And if you're new here and you like comics, toys, movies, and arcades, please consider subscribing for more great content. My goal lately is once I've collected 10 books to send to CGC, it normally takes me about 1 or 2 months to do that. That way it helps stagger my credit card payments. I sent most of these books away to get pressed and they finally came back. So thanks again, Kevin, the comic book doctor, for doing a great job on these books. So starting off with the Express book from Image, Invincible issue number 1, and I bought this book unfortunately about a couple episodes into the Amazon Prime show, and I've known about this book for a long time now. I maybe read a couple issues years ago. I guess I didn't take this book seriously, but once the cartoon came out, I was hooked. So I went online and I was just checking my local markets and I was able to find this book from somebody about a couple hours away. So I was able to come up with a deal for about $700. Originally wanted $1,000, but I got him down to $700. He told me that his LCS guy said this would be about a 9.4 if I was to get this graded. With Kevin's great pressing job, I'm really hoping if I can get 9 or over. It's just unfortunate that the corners are a little bit rounded, but everything else, sorry for the blur guys, but everything else seems to be in great shape. And with this comic book, there's many first appearances, of course with Invincible, first appearance of Omni-Man, the father of Invincible, first appearance of Deborah Grayson, the mother of Invincible, first appearance of Titan, first appearance of William Clockwell, Invincible's best friend, first appearance of David Hiles, the physics teacher, first cameo appearance of Adam Eve, first appearance of the Science Dog, and they said that there was about 10,800 copies ordered for this book in 2003. So I'm not planning on selling this book anytime soon, but if it does come back in a 9.0, potential sales is about $810, and if somehow it reaches 9.4, that's over $1,500 for this book. But again, that's on buying it low. Right now there's no activity, no talk about the second season, even though it is going to be coming out soon. So I'm sure once the new season 2 comes out, and also there's rumblings about a live action movie with Seth Rogen's crew, I'm sure this book will be a few $100s more once everybody gets back into the show. Every time I send a book express, I always attach another submission to it. That helps with the receiving side at CGC. So once they receive the box and it says express on it, once they open it up to grab that one book out, they actually catalog the next books that you have in that box. So it does help about 3 to 4 weeks of wait time. So if you're looking to send a book express, I highly recommend adding another submission to it. So for the first book in the 10 book submission, and I'll be definitely keeping this for my PC, is The Real Ghostbusters issue number 1, and it states here this is the first team appearance of the Ghostbusters in US comic books, and of course this is adapted from the cartoon series. I really enjoyed the cartoon series growing up, and of course the movies, and I have all the original toys on the back wall here. So I'm definitely going to be keeping this in the PC. I'm really looking forward to the new movie that's coming out in about a month, and I bought this book for about $15, and I'll be happy if it even gets close to a 9.2. And if I was ever to sell it, the going rate right now is about $115 for this book. And the next book up from Marvel, Amazing Fantasy issue number 1, and I bought this for $45, and this was actually one of the books from my pre-screen that got rejected. So I got this cleaned up a little bit, so hopefully that will help push it to the 9.8, and a 9.8 currently is going for about $200. So I'm rolling the dice on this, so hopefully it doesn't go any lower than a 9.6. And at number 3 from Aftershock, We Live issue number 5, and I don't want to spoil anything about this series, but this is definitely a key issue for this series, and it was nice to hear about New York Comic Con giving more buzz to this series. Again, one of my favorite series in the last couple years, and I highly recommend this every time I'm sure I show you guys one of these books. So I'm really hoping this will come back in a 9.8, and I bought this for just under $50, and a 9.8 right now is going for about $200. From Marvel, Venom issue number 9, and this is of course the first appearance of Dylan Brock, and this was one of the other books that was rejected in my 25 book pre-screen. So I got a second opinion on it and someone helped clean it up a little bit more, and I bought this book at the time for $20, so I had another $8 for the rejection fee, and a 9.6 right now is going for about $100, and a 9.8 is going for about $200. So again, another book I'm gonna roll the dice and hopefully I don't go any lower than a 9.6 for this book. Book number 5 from Marvel, Strange Academy, issue number 1, and this is another book that I sent to Kevin, the comic book doctor, and he did a great job on. There's a couple minor defects on the front cover, but he was able to take care of that. And at the time, about 6 months ago, I bought this for about $60, and I'm really hoping for a 9.8 for this book. And if it does hit a 9.8, I'm looking at about $275. And if it drops down to a 9.6, the last sale was about $100. So again, this is a certain book where you really want to hit a 9.8 on this if there's no news on an upcoming cartoon show or TV show or movie for that matter. And a book that I recently sold, but I was able to find at my local LCS sitting on their wall, is from Image, Oblivion Song, issue number 1, and this is the pink signature variant. It just states here that a decade ago, 300,000 citizens of Philadelphia were suddenly lost in oblivion. It's mentioned here in August 2021, Jake Gyllenhaal to produce and star in this Universal film. I bought it luckily for about $25. And a 9.8 is going for just over $200, and I was able to sell my copy because it just came back from CGC once the news hit about Jake Gyllenhaal, and I think I was able to sell it for over $225 for the book. And another book I just recently picked up from Marvel, Ultimate Fallout 4, and I bought this book for about $80, and if it hits, and it possibly could hit a 9.6 because there's a little bit of a scuffing here and 1.5 spine ticks on the side. A 9.6 sells for about $250, and if it hits a 9.8, I've seen a few sell recently for $550. And the 9th book that I'm sending into CGC, because one of you guys is going to take this book away from me in a 9.8, is Darth Vader, issue number 3. This is the first appearance of Dr. Aphra, and I bought this book for about $155, and if it hits a 9.6, I'm looking at a return sales if I decide to sell it, which I don't think I will, for $200, and currently right now in a 9.8, it's selling for over $400. So I'm sure once The Mandalorian or another Star Wars show shows up on TV or in a movie, these books will start spiking again. So I'm really looking forward, and I'm really hoping I can get a 9.8 out of this. So for my 10th and final book, I'm looking for your guys' opinion on this. So please let me know out of these 4 books, which one you would send in as your 10th book to CGC. So starting off with Marvel's Ghost Rider, issue number 15, and this is the glow-in-the-dark cover, an iconic cover from back in the day. So this is one option. Option number 2 from Image, Radiant Black, issue number 1, and this is one of the books that I'm going all in on in one of my recent videos. So please let me know if I should put this in the submission now, or I was planning on putting it in my next one. Option number 3, and I've been really enjoying this series, from AWA Upshot, Moths, issue number 1. Again, no spec on this book or anything, but it's a really great series, and I just thought if I do get this graded, who knows, one day some news could come about this book. And for the 4th option from Titan, Gun Honey, issue number 1, and this is the Adam Hughes variant. It states here in August, there is in development for a TV series by Malaysian production house Double Vision. So there is some spec on this book, so I thought why not add this to the potential 10th book for the submission. So to quickly recap the options, Ghost Rider, issue number 15, Radiant Black, issue number 1 from Image, Moths from AWA Upshot, or of course, Gun Honey, issue number 1. Please let me know in the comments section below which one you would add to your CGC submission right now. So that's it for this video, but please let me know what you thought about my Invincible issue number 1 going express and the 10 other books that I'm sending off the CGC. I appreciate you watching until the end, and welcome to all the new subscribers to the channel. And if you are new here, please like, comment, and possibly subscribe on your way out, and I'll see everybody on the next video. Take care.